So in the last session we started a topic that is a Power Query Editor. So what is the use of the Power Query Editor? We use it for the data transformation, right? If you want to give the shape to the data, we have to use a Power Query Editor, nothing but a ETL transformation. Okay, so we had seen like how to remove the rows, how to remove the columns, whatever the columns if you want to remove, we can remove it, right? How to remove the rows, how to top rows, bottom rows. Okay, then today we will start the new thing. Okay, so let's see. So I think yesterday we had seen okay, so today we are starting a new topic, that is a type specific transformation. Type specific transformation is what? When we are getting a data should have some their type. There must be a textual data, there must be a numerical data, there must be a date kind of data. Okay, so how textual data look like, how numerical data look like, how date data look like, so we will see. So let me open the Power BI. So what is the textual data? Have you seen textual data before?
Yes.
What is the textual?
Dimension.
Dimension, right? What is the numerical data?
Measure.
Measures. That is a non-aggregated, right? Sorry, aggregated column. And textual data, that is a non-aggregated. And date data? So date data is a numeric or a textual data?
Numeric data.
How it is numeric? If your date, okay, can you see my screen? If your date, suppose you have one date column, okay, in date column you have date like 0, 1, 12, 20, 21. So you have number, okay, as well as you have some special character. It means it will consider as a string. So it will come under the dimension data. Okay, it will come under the dimension data. If you have only number, then you can consider that it is a numerical. Okay, but if you have some special character in your data, it means it is a numeric. It is a dimensional. Okay, so let's open Power BI. So okay, let's connect with the customer data so I can show you. Click on open. Okay, so data has been loaded. So let's go to the data view. Okay, this is the data view, this is the visualization view, and this is the modeling view. Okay, so I am going to data view. So let's load the data. Okay, so you can see the data. So now everyone one by one tell me which one is the dimension, which one is the measures. Okay, so okay, so customer key is the dimension or not? Krupal sir,
Dimension.
It is dimension. Prefix is or dimension. First name, last name. Okay, dimension. Now it is a birth date. It is a date column. Okay, it means it is a date data. So you can see there is a special character. So it will come under the dimension data. Okay. Then marital status, gender, email address. Now annual income,
Major.
majors, because we can perform the aggregation on this. This is the aggregation column. Total children. Total children.
Major.
Majors, right? Then education. Okay. Skill worker, occupation, homeowner, expiry date. Okay. Loan, temporary. Okay. So that is the data we have it. So let's go for the next topic. So we have seen these are the three types of data available in our data sets. Okay, so there is some note, available. If we click on the any column in the query editor, Power BI will display the different option based on the data type of that column in the transform table. Okay, in the add column tab. So let's go to the query editor. How to go to query editor, Pranay? How to go to the query editor? This is our data. How to go to the query editor? Yes. Gopa sir, how to go to the query editor? Hello. Krupa sir, how to go to the query editor? Do you know? Okay, yesterday you didn't see any class. Renuka, how to go to the query editor?
Right click on dataset and edit query, or we can also click on transform data.
Okay, so we can right click on the dataset and you can see edit query. Okay, and what is the other way? We can go to the transform data. Okay, click on the transform data. So we can go to the query editor screen. Okay, Power Query Editor, that is called as a Power Query Editor. Now if you see every column, there is something which is detecting automatically. You can see this is showing 1 2 3. Okay, on this column it is showing 1 2 3. It means this data contains the numerical. Okay, now prefix, it is showing ABC. It means it has a ABC. Okay, so a date also you can see this ABC. Okay, because it is a dimension. Okay, then see total children, education level is showing ABC. So this is a data type. This is of the data type of the data. Okay, so let's go there. If we click on the any column in the query editor, Power BI will display the different option based on the data type of that column in the transform tab and in the column tab. Okay, so what does it mean? Right now you are in the home, right? If suppose I am clicking on the any of the column, so let's say I am clicking on the this first name column. So what option will be available here? You can see this. Okay, these are the options available. Okay, go to the transform. What option available? You can see this option, but standard scientific trigonometry rounding information is not available for this column. Okay, but if I click on the customer key, so now it is visible. Why? Because it detects automatically that whether the column is a numeric, then there is a something operation we can perform on this. Okay, there is a something operation we can perform on this column, but the first name, because there is a trigonometry requires a number, not a text, right? So it requires number to perform some operation. If you click on the first name, this is a text column, right? So it will be invisible because it know that you cannot do anything with the text with this function, right? But other options are there, like you can extract, you can parse data, you can split column, you can format. Okay, so these are the available. If you click on the date, so let's go to the date, but right now date column considered as a text. Okay, so it will be available, like date available is there, but date format currently you can see there is a year, month, quarter is not showing because your column is showing as a text, it is not as a date format. Okay, if you click on this, if you click on the data type, you can see there are so many data type. Okay, date data type, time data type, duration type, text, true false. Okay, then decimal number. So what you want to do, so customer key is not a is not a numeric, right? I want to convert this into the dimension. So how will I convert? Just click on this and click on the text. Okay, so I just click on the text, so now it become a dimension. Same thing, birth date is not a text, it is a date. So I want to convert into the date format. How to convert? So you can just click on this, okay, and click on the date. So either date or you want to date plus time, you can do this. So let's say I'm clicking a date, so it will become a date. So now you are getting some error. What is the issue in the date? Something issue is there. We could not pass the input provided as a date value detail. Okay, so let's go back, just delete this step. Okay, what it is saying, something have a problem here, so let's take it back as a text. Okay, so what was the problem? There is the something 9068 some showing some of the date which is not able to parse, so that's what it gives the error, and it's showing some red. You can see this, it means it has a 559 values have a error. Okay, so it means more than 50% value are the is not a good format. Okay, so what we will do then, how we will convert into the proper format? So we will see that date type, we will see in the later. Okay, so meanwhile we will see other thing. Now annual income should not be the ABC, right? But it is showing ABC, it should be the number. So let's convert this, convert into the decimal or fixed value. Fixed decimal number. Okay, you can do the whole number. There are still issues. Okay, so now let's do the let me just delete this. Okay, let me just convert this into the whole number. Issue. What is the issue? We could not convert to the number. Okay, so there is some symbol is there, so it because of that not able to convert into the number. Okay, let's see, let's go for the other. Okay, so annual income, we will just remove this, so we don't need annual income now. Okay, so total children is a 234. Okay, so this one should we will able to convert to the number. Okay, so it convert into the proper number format, but this is not able to convert. Why? Because there is a special character available, so you cannot convert this special character into the number, right? So we need to separate this. Okay, or we will remove the this one. So how we will remove the dollar? How will you do this? So there is also expiry date available. Let me convert into a date. Okay, it has a still problem. Okay, so let's go for other. Okay, so these are the tables. So let's go for the next one. if we do any transformation in the transform tab, then changes will get applied to the same column. Okay, whereas if we do any transformation using add column, then all changes will get applied into the new column. What does it mean? So you can see we have this data. Okay, there is a two tab, transform tab and add column tab. You can see there are some of the functions are same. See here you can see format, split, extract, these things are available, right? Same thing also available in add column. Can you see this? Extract, parse. Why is it same? If already in the transform, then why it is available in the add column? So what is use of this? If you do something here, let's say I want to create a first name, full name. Okay, I want to create a full name. So how will I do this?
Merge.
Yeah, we will use a merge. So where is the merge? Merge in the home. Okay. Where it is merged in the here? Okay, so let's do other thing. There is a male married status. There is a single and married. Okay, so how many value are there in this? There is a married and single, and any other widow? No, there is a blank. Okay, now I want to replace the married to the M to the married, S to the single, full word. Okay, so how we will do this? How will you do this? So there is a replace value, we can change this, right? So replace value available in the transform and also available in the add column. It is available? No, I think it is not there. Okay, it is not there. So what we can do? Okay, so let's say I want to make it some of the task. I want to convert the email ID into the uppercase. I mean, it should, all the email ID should be in the uppercase, like full capital, not in the small word. Okay, so if I am applying email, okay, so this feature is available in the transform, also in the add column. So you can see in the format. Okay, in the format there is a uppercase available. Okay, we are in the transform tab. In transform tab we went to the format. Okay, there is a uppercase available. Same thing also available in the add column. Go to the format, go to the add column, then format and uppercase. Both things are available in the both the things. Okay, uppercase. So what is the difference between the both one? So let's see. First I am trying to now with the format. Okay, so let's I am in the transform. I am in the transform tab right now. I am in the transform tab right now, and just apply the uppercase. So just click on the uppercase. So you can see in the same column it apply. It just replace the all the, it just apply the transformation on the same column. It did not create a new column. Okay, so it means in transform tab it apply on the same column. It did not create a extra column, email address, and give the like a result. But what happened in the add column? What happened in the add column? The same things. So I am deleting this step again. Okay, now going back to the add column. Now apply same thing again in using add column. So I am applying uppercase. Okay, so what happened now? It create a new column here. You can see email ID also available here. Can you see email address, and it created new column and give you result in the uppercase. Okay, so what is the difference in transform? Transform, it apply the transformation on existing column, but in the add column it perform the transformation and create a new column. Okay, so it will keep your previous column and it will give you new column. Okay, understood what I'm saying, everyone? Krupal sir,
Yes.
Renuka Krupal
Yes.
sir. Okay,
Yes,
Pranay.
sir.
Okay, so when you apply the any operation on the any of the column in the transform, okay, it apply on the same column. It doesn't create a new column. But when you do the same operation using add column, okay, it will create a new column and perform the operation. It will create a new column and perform the operation. So you can see this is a new column. We got it. Okay. So this is a new column. So so let's delete this step. I don't want this. Okay. So you can see. So what was the point? If you do any transformation in the transform tab, then changes will get applied to the same column. Whereas if you do the transformation using add column, okay, then all changes will get applied into the new column. Okay, understood now? What is this? What is the mean of this? Okay, now let's say the first is the text specific transformation. Okay, text specific transformation. In Power BI we can use the following tools in the query reader to transform the textual data. So what are the textual data? What are the text specific transformation available? Text specific means if your column is a textual, what are the columns textual? Like ABC, you can see the data. If your data is in textual, there is some transformation available for that. Okay, you can do the split the column like yesterday we had seen, right? We can do the format like uppercase, lowercase. We can trim if there is a space. We can clean the data. Okay, on the this is available for the specific string column. Okay, so these are the things available for the string text specific transformation. So these are the text specific transformation tool. Okay, format, extract, okay, then split. These are the text specific tool, text specific transformation. These are the available. So you understood what is the split column, everyone? Yesterday we had seen. In format, if you want to do the uppercase, if you want to do the lowercase, okay, capital or small size of your word, or if you want to trim, what is use of the trim? What is the use of the trim? Okay, let's first find out what is the capital each word. So first word should be capital and later small. Okay, so let's apply this. Click on capital. So you can see first letter is a capital and rest is a small. Okay, then let's see the second. What is the trim? Trim is used to trim your spaces. If suppose let's say you have some data, you have some data. Okay, Pranay. In Pranay there is no space before the Pranay and after the Pranay. But if there is space, suppose if there is a space before or after also, so when you have some space in your word, okay, before or after only, not in between. Okay, so when you apply the trim function, it will remove your spaces. When you apply trim, it will what it will give you? It will give you like this. It will trim your space, okay, of the string. Understood what I am saying? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a trim function, that is called as a trim function. Okay, so let's apply the trim. So if there is a space, if there is no space, then it will not trim. Okay. Then there is a clean. What is the clean? There is a if there is any character available, if there is any character available which is not printable, which is not understandable by the system, that will be removed by the clean. That will be the removed by the clean. Okay. Then there is a add prefix and suffix. What is the add prefix? So let's see the add prefix. Okay, so I want to add a add prefix, that is a Mr. I want to add a Mr. Okay, before the first name. So I want Mr. Okay, Mr. So you can see prefix means if you want to add before the word, if you want to add some value before the word, like this name, before that I wanted to add some Mr. something. Okay, so I added a Mr. If you want to add something later after this word, how will you add? So there will be the add suffix. Okay, so let's say I want to add some dot, okay, at the end of the word. So see, you can see there is a dot at the end of the word, means it is a suffix. Prefix and suffix, that is the difference. Understood everyone?
Yes.
Okay, now let's see. Okay, so where we found what we have completed, we completed a formatting: lowercase, uppercase, capital each word, trim, clean, add prefix and suffix. Okay, now let's see the extract. What is the extract? Okay, now I want to know how many words are coming in your name. How many? I want to count the character. How many characters are coming in your name? Okay, how many characters are coming in your word, in your name? How to count? So I am going to add column. Okay, go to the extract and click on length. Okay, so you can see this column showing the length of the, I am just moving this column near your first name. Okay, this is the first name. So you can see in your first name John, Jon, that is a 3 character, so it gives a 3 count. Okay, then this what, it has a 6, it gives a 6. It has a 5, 7, 9, 5, right? So it gives the count of the character in your particular word. Okay, in particular row, how many words are, how many characters are coming into the particular word. Okay, that is your the length. Now there is a other option, that is the first character. Okay, what is your this? So let's see what is use of the extract. That is use of the first character. So let's click on the first character. Okay, so let's click on the okay. So what you will get? So you will getting a JO. What does it mean? I added a 2, right? I have added a 2. Okay, so now you can see I apply on the first name, that is the first character. So I added a 2. 2 means it gives the first 2 character from the your name. If I add a 3, it will give you 3 character from your name. So you can see I added a 2, so it written the 2 character from the each word, from each name. Okay, so same thing also, if you do the last character, it will give you the last 2, last 3. Okay, suppose I am adding a 3, so what it will return? It will return the last 3 character of your name. So John, so N-O-J, okay, this 3 we will get. Then E-N-E, okay, so let's see this. So you can see John, E-N-E, so this is the last 3 characters of your name. Okay, so this is the use of this function. Okay, that is the use of this last function. Understood everyone what I am saying? If any doubt, you can ask me anytime. Hello, I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, everyone, any problem?
Understood.
Okay.
No.
Okay, now there is also a range. Okay, range means, let's say you have a name. Okay, let's say this is a Pranay. I want to take out the second, from second to third, second to fourth. Okay, so I want to give the range like a second to fourth. So what it will return? So first and second means R. Okay, so R will come, and what is the fourth? Third, fourth is a N from the name, so RAN. So what it will return? It will return RAN, kind of. Okay, range. So let's see. Okay, so let's click on the first name and click on extract, click on the range. Okay, you need to give the start index and how many character you want. So I want to start from the second, or I want to start from the first character of the word name. And how many character I want? I want like a first 4 character. So I'm giving 4. So 1 to 4. So it will go 1 to 4. Okay, so let's click on OK. Okay, so 1 means it is starting from the 0. Okay, so John J doesn't come. Okay, 1 to 4. So let's edit again. I am adding 0. Okay, now John is coming, means 0 to 4 means 5 character will come, kind of. Okay, so you are getting J position is a 0. So how it is counting? Let's say this is a word is a, let's take an example. Okay, so what is the position of this P? What is the position of P?
0.
0.
It is a position is a 0. That's why it's considered. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So if I say I want it from 0, okay, start from 0 and end with the 4, so it will return from 0 to N. Okay, so it will return 0 to N, means 0, I mean PRAN. So fourth word will not take, like A. Okay, so same thing is happening here. If you see, we added the 0 to 4, so we got the JON. Okay, so because it has only 3 character, but look at for the 5 or something word which has a name. Okay, let's see Shannon. So how much it should come? SHAN. Okay, So only 4 keywords should come, SHAN, right? So let's see. Yeah, SHAN. Okay, so we are getting only 4. Okay, so this is the use of the range. Understood everyone? Clear?
Yes.
Okay, now what is the next function available? We have seen the length, we have seen the first character, we have seen the last character, then range, text before the delimiter. Okay, sorry, text before the delimiter, text after the delimiter. So what does it mean? Delimiter, what is a delimiter? Everyone do you know what is a delimiter?
Yes.
If there is a something indicator which you can, separator, if there is a separator which separating your word. Okay, so let's say you have something in your word. Let's say now, how I will say, in email ID. Okay, where is the email ID? In email ID, what is the separator here? @ right? Every word which is separated by @. Can you see? Everyone? So this is a delimiter. This is nothing but a delimiter. Okay, what else other have separator here again?
Dot.
We have dot. Okay, so dot also is, it will work as a separator because every word are using a dot. What else other here?
Dash.
Right? So dash is there. So it means we have 3 separator here. It means 3 delimiter, that is @ dash and dot. That is called as a delimiter. Now understood what is a delimiter? Delimiter means something separator which separate your word, which can separate your word. So using help of the separator we can separate the 2 word. Okay, we can separate the 2 word. How we will separate? Using some delimiter. Okay, so how many character? Okay, so what is the text before delimiter? So let's see, I am applying for the email address and for the @. Okay, so let's apply. You need to pass delimiter. What delimiter you want? How many character before the @? How many character before the @ are there? If you want to calculate. Okay, so I will add the @. So it will take a @ only. So how many character are available before @? It will count. But if I give the dot, what it will take then? It will take before dot how many character are there. Understood? So first let's see @. Okay, so I just apply where it is. So you can see John 24 @. Okay, before @ we got this keyword. Okay, if I want before dot, not the @, before the dot, how to do this? Or after the dot, after dot I want some of the this one, so I will add a dot. Okay, let's click on OK. Let's go back. Sorry, this is before the dot. Okay, if you want to do the after the dot, how will you do this?
Text after delimiter.
Okay, so text after delimiter. So you will get a after dot. What is the value in after dot? Com, right? So we got the com. Okay, so this is how this function we will be using in real time for the project. When we get a data, if you have a requirement, okay, and you wanted to do some transformation, so if you know the each and every features, each and every functions available, you can use this function to complete your requirement. Okay, to transform your data. Okay, so these are the com. Okay, these are the text before delimiter or after delimiter. So we have seen text between the delimiter. Okay, so if I want, what does it mean? So let's say go to the, where it is. Okay, let's say I want to take the data after @, okay, after @ and before the dash, after @ and before dash. I want to extract the adventure. I want to extract the adventure, this word from the here. So I have to delimiter @ and dash. Okay, so what I will do, I will select this, click on extract, click on text between delimiter. So @ and dash. Okay, let's click on OK. So you can see we should have one column adventure. Okay, so we got the word between the word. So this is how we will use this one. So I think we have completed the extract also. So related with the text column, we have completed the formatting first, right? All the functions of formatting. Then we had seen the extract, length, first character, last character, range, text before delimiter, text after delimiter, text between delimiter. Okay, then there is a parse available. What is use of the parse? So if your data in the particular format, in JSON format or Excel format, then this function will be used to parse your data into the table format, So what is a JSON? So what is a JSON format? So let me show you what is a JSON format. JSON is nothing but a semi-structured data. Okay, table and column wise data is a, what is the data? Table in column format. Yes, everyone. What if your data in the column and row format? So what does it mean? It is a unstructured, semi-structured or structure. What it will come?
Structured.
It will come as a structure. But if your data in the JSON or Excel format, that is a semi-structure. Okay, how data look like? So I will show you in JSON format. So see, this is a semi-structure, that is a JSON format. If your data like this, okay, so it means it is in the semi-structure. So name, there is no column and rows. Okay, it will be in the this format, like name equal to John, age equal to 30, car null. Okay, this kind of data you will get. Let me open some example. So mostly mobile API or mobile technology, web technology, mostly they use a JSON data. So whatever you have seen in your mobile, suppose you open the WhatsApp list, they get the list into the as a JSON format and they consume it, okay, and then they display it. Okay, so every programmer know what is JSON and XML. If you already have worked on the coding. Okay, so let's see, this is the XML format. What is the this is a JSON format. The data which is above one, it is a JSON format. And same data format, if you want to convert into XML, so XML will look like this one. Okay, XML will look like this one. But if you want to see in the JSON format, it will look like this. Okay, this one. So okay, so what I am going to do, debug image text. Okay, data, I should have sample data so I can show you something. Okay, so I'm taking some sample data and we'll add into the, let's copy this. Okay, so go to the home, enter data. There is some static data, you can use this. So in enter data I will add into the one column this data, JSON data. I am adding the data into the JSON. Okay, and just click OK. So we got the data in table in the JSON format. Where it is remaining. Okay, so how data it is look like in the JSON format. So let's try to convert into the let's try to parse. Parse means we are extracting the data into from JSON to the table format. Okay, so right now our data in the JSON format. So what we will do, we will use the JSON. Click on JSON. Okay, so you will get the record like this. Okay, if you want to know how it convert into the table, just click on the expand. Can you see this symbol? This is the expand. Okay, just click on this and click on OK. There it is. Okay, so it converted data into the this format. See, name, salary, married. Now then you will have to change into the proper format. How will you change? There is a pivoting. There is a pivoting available. Okay, so the data which is not. Okay, let's go back. Right now column in the left side, right? If you want to in the header, if you want to convert into the on the top, you need to convert into the transpose. This option will be available. Okay, so let me just do this first. Okay, so you got the data. So what I will do, I will remove this. How to remove this column? Click on home, click on remove the column. Okay, so you got the data now. Now let's expand. So you got the table name. See, okay, so this is how we need to convert data into the table format, like name, salary, employee into the from JSON to the table format. Understood now, everyone?
Yes.
Everyone? Krupal sir?
Yes.
Okay. Pranay? Okay. So this is a JSON format. We try to convert the JSON format into the normal format, that is a table format. Same thing you can apply on the also for the what is the format? XML format. Okay, so same Excel format also you can try to convert into the that format, particular format. Okay, same way. Okay, so we have seen extract, parse, format. Okay, so these things we have completed till today. There is a merge column available. Okay, so merge column available in the both sides. So let's go now. Okay, now actually last time we were seeing where is the merge column. Now I want to combine the first name and last name. Okay, combine the first name and last name. You can see in the transform there is a merge column available, and the add column also there is a merge column available. Both are available. What is use of this? If I do in the transform, it will not create a new column. It will just take existing column and will create a one column. That's it. So let's see. First, let's see in the add column. Okay, click on the merge. Full name. Okay, so you will get the one new column, full name. Okay, you got the full name column. But if you do the same thing in the transform, what you will get? If you do the same thing in the transform, what you will get? Click on the merge now in transform. Okay, and click on the full name. full name. Okay, so when you create a full name, see, your first name last name column is not there, it is showing directly full name. It means it will perform the transformation on the existing column. It doesn't create a new column in the transform tab, but in the add column it create a new column. Understood, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so this is all about the for the these are the functions we have seen. So till now we seen the format function, extract function, parse function. Please go through the each and every one. Okay, for the how to do in the transform, how to do in the add column, what is the difference between if you do in the transform, if you do in the add column. Okay, so please try to do at the home. At least if you don't do practice, there will not be any like what I will say, it will not be benefit. Okay, yeah, because at the end of the day you will have nothing if you don't do the practice. I am teaching you, that is you will feel that oh, okay, it is easy, we will do the later at a one time in one shot, but it is not. Okay, I believe it is not. So if you do everyday practice, at least you will not forget what we have seen, and yeah, it will get a handy on yourself. Okay, so let's meet tomorrow on the same time. So we'll connect tomorrow.